So for sale here is my entire childhood, starting with, check this out, the Atari 2600, which all of these video game systems, the PlayStation, the Super Nintendo, the Nintendo 64, all of these worked last time they were played. I took immaculate care of my stuff because I love my video games so much. So we had the controllers. We do have the paddles for the Pong games that work. I even have the old school, like ghetto, like I'm 5 years old, play Sesame Street games there. Here are all the games I have. You will have to you'll have to zoom around and pause the video to be able to see it. That is Q*bert in the upper left-hand corner. Pac-Man, E.T., that game drove me nuts. All of the Dolphins, Skyjinx, skiing, and for some reason there's Kaboom, Combat, and Frogger. Because you can't have a 2600 without Frogger, without Karate, or without all the original Frogs and Flies, Donkey Kong, Space Jockey, Ghostbusters, Berserk. That game drove me berserk, and I even saved all the manuals because I was that like hoarder. So I have a whole box of manuals here with Frogger. There's the 2600, and oh, the original Nintendo. I don't know, I took enough care of it where I never had to blow on my games. My Nintendo always worked. Of course, it's probably a little bit more beaten up now. The light gun and 2 controllers. And yeah, I'm aware that you can just get all these games. Whoops, sorry, dropped the camera. I'm aware you can get all these games online really cheap. And by cheap, I mean free. But for those of you that are nostalgic and actually want to play the games, I will tell you, Contra at the top, because what's the point of even having Nintendo if you're not going to have Contra? Pile the Mega Mans, the original Final Fantasy with my Diesel team saved the last guy. I think they're at level 30 or something. All the Mario Brothers, Super C, Double Dragon 1 and 2, Metroid, Castlevania Simon's Quest, Bionic Commando, Adventure Island, Ninja Gaiden, that game rocked, Tetris and the Turtles games, and of course the Game Genie, where you can go online and get all the codes, so that way you can just rip through the game and cheat. These are all the manuals for all the games, because hey, if you're blowing 50 bucks a game and then selling them years later for probably a lot less than that, well, you gotta have the manuals, right? Then you have over here my Nintendo 64 with 4 controllers, different colors, Mario Kart, because what's the point of having a 64 without Mario Kart? We also have Bomberman, which is wicked fun. South Park, most people didn't play that game. You can do a 4-person shooter, super fun at 3 in the morning with your college buddies. Mortal Kombat 4, Star Fox 64. I think I mentioned I have the memory cards for the controllers. Got All-Star Baseball, Empire Strikes Back, which is Star Wars Shadow of the Empire, excuse me. Super Mario, Wave Race, the original Zelda Ocarina of Time, and Blast Corps. Moving over here, I do have a Super Nintendo. Unfortunately, I have no idea where the hell my games are, but this Super Nintendo does work, even though it's a little bit yellow and a little weird looking. I always took immaculate care of this thing. This is probably my favorite video game system. And then finally, the day I stopped buying video games, the original PlayStation, I did order a Game Shark, so you can go online and get Game Shark codes, 2 controllers, and yes, all the Final Fantasies on the original, 7, 8, and 9, with Chrono Cross and also the Chrono Cross book, Tekken 3, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Castlevania. By the way, I'll play you in Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and if I beat you, the price goes up. If you beat me, then we'll play again. Crash Bandicoot, Cool Borders 2, and then I took all the big blocky games out, like FIFA and Ridge Racer. You see how they always used to come in these big, oh, Toshinden, this game was wicked fun. They used to come in these big cases, and I threw those cases away, and I just made my own little labels here. You see Tekken 2, had all the sports, Ridge Racer, Twisted Metal 2, Tomb Raider, the original Resident Evil. And so that is, that's the video game collection. God. Total amount spent on this, who knows how many thousands of dollars. The amount of fun had, priceless. All kids should grow up with video games. So if you're looking for a little nostalgia, hit me up.